Hey, what is up, guys? It's Sab, and I'm here with another episode of the Banter podcast. Today, I'm with Carl and George as usual. And today, we have a special guest, Glaive.
Yay! Glaive, who are you?
My name's Glaive. I make music, songs of a sort. I know these lovely gentlemen quite well, and I'm here to do their podcast.
I thought you were going to hit us with a knuckleheads. It sounded like, I know these knuckleheads.
I know these knuckleheads all too well. And guys, before the video starts, we need to let you know that we are going to be doing Banter live in real life on June 16th in Raleigh.
The only way you can ever watch it is by being there. We're probably never going to release it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of cool guests. It's going to be a great time. We're going to meet a ton of you. Please show up. It's a lot of fun.
Check out the tickets in the description.
Back to the show.
Well,
how'd you know us, huh?
Well, I met Carl. I've actually never met either of you two
in person
today. But now we're the bestest of friends.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
like 4 peas in a pod.
Yeah, like four
peas in a podcast. Come on. Wait, that's a really good name for a podcast.
Yeah, that's what
4 peas in a pod. That could be us. Should we just start a new podcast?
Wait, I'm going to look up Glaive. I'm looking you up on Wikipedia, and I'm going to read that.
Oh, just like the good old days.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Glaive is a European polearm.
Okay.
Oh, that can't be it.
That might be it.
Maybe.
European polearm? What does that mean?
Okay. Ash, known professionally as Glaive,
Yeah.
is an American singer, songwriter, rapper, and record producer.
Okay.
You'd consider yourself a rapper?
I wouldn't, but whatever Wikipedia says, I suppose.
After posting a string of... Tell me when any of this is wrong.
Okay.
After posting a string of hyperpop songs to SoundCloud during the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic that earned him a cult following, he signed a record deal with Interscope Records and released his debut extended play Cypress Grove in 2020.
How much money did they give you for that?
Well, see, the thing with record deals is actually, it's not your money, is it? They give it to you and you have to pay it back.
Yeah.
It's basically just a loan.
Boy, that is weird. What's the point of that?
Well, because then for people
It's like
that
an
don't
MG.
have money, I know you don't understand that concept, but they can start their career.
Okay, but like other people like Post Malone.
Wait,
on a
interesting
record,
question. Did you have
record
money
deal?
before?
No.
Okay, so there you go. Could you have done it without the money?
Yeah, but it would be different.
Wait, I have a question. So then why is someone like Post Malone on a record deal? Because bro has money?
Well, wait.
Why
We're
does
going to
he
get
need
to that. We're going to talk about, like... Because I want to figure out, like, the starting of his career first. I want to talk about, like, the growing. I know we kind of just said that in, like, a one-sentence
We should
thing.
really just be on the
We're going to get to the whole part where we ask him exactly how much money he owns.
And he's going to
stuff
tell
like
us.
that.
Otherwise...
But first I want to start out, when did you start making music at all? Like, when did you even begin? When did you decide maybe I want to make music?
So I was like 14, 15, COVID times, a little bit before COVID, and I was super bored. And
You are 18 now, just for the record.
yeah,
Did we say
I'm
that?
18.
No, he's 18.
I'm 18. So it all goes.
He's 18 with a big dream.
Yeah, I'm 18
star.
with a big dream. And I wrote a lot of songs when I was 15, and I just put them out on SoundCloud. And
But like one day you were just...
I mean, I've always liked singing. I've always thought that I was like okay at singing. I've had kind of a bad false confidence about how good I was for a while. And I just would like sing, and then after a while I learned how to record it, and I met other people that recorded music, and then we all like did the whole thing together, and now we're here, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that, huh?
Yeah,
Just
it's pretty
like
simple.
that.
So, like, did you just have like one song on SoundCloud that really kind of popped off, and that's what like then you kind of snowballed from there?
Yeah,
How did-
I
how does
definitely
that
would
work?
say that the first song that I put out that a lot of people really liked is a song called Astrid. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
you know it.
I know
It's
Astrid.
the song.
Yeah, Astrid. It's on. That's on Cypress Grove, right?
Yeah, it's on Cypress Grove.
Okay.
And it was probably the first song that I made that was like accepted where a lot of people thought it was good.
Yeah.
I made a lot of songs before where a few people thought it was good, but the general
I-
consensus it was bad.
Let me try to find.
The first song of yours that I really listened to, that was like kind of like my first song that I liked, was "Slam My Head Against the Wall."
It's a good one.
Was that was after
Post Astrid.
post
Wait,
Astrid?
my first
Post
song.
Astrid and before Astrid. It's like before Christ and
After
after death.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's quite
Wait,
similar.
I forget
Similar concept.
which was the one that had the music video with the raccoon. You're a raccoon.
I had a song called Pissed.
Pissed was my first song of yours, I think.
All right, that's beautiful. What about you, George? Have you even ever heard one of my songs
I
ever?
have. Actually, I have a funny story.
All right. hit us.
We actually have beef.
Oh,
If you don't know.
He doesn't even know about the beef.
He doesn't even know about this.
I
beef.
actually have been thinking about this ever since we met just today.
Okay.
And
Ever
it's been
Eating
really
everything.
annoying me.
Uh-huh.
And it's actually upsetting.
Yeah, hit me with it, brother.
Okay.
Okay, go.
So
George.
I'll start this off by saying you owe me $3,500.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
And I'll get into it.
Okay.
Do you know where I'm going with this?
Oh, is it like copyright something or other?
Yeah. So about 2 years ago, I met Sapnap in
Was
London.
that really 2 years? No, it was a year
was
ago.
like- It was 2021.
No, it wasn't.
Surely.
It wasn't.
No. Just go on.
Really?
But
Okay,
it was
okay,
like
1
1 year
2022. It was a year ago. Sorry,
1
I
year
don't know.
ago.
Just
it was a
bothered
year
me.
and change ago.
Okay,
Go on.
a year ago,
Like a month.
me and Sapnap met up and we did a live stream.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, let's play some Glaive music.
Okay.
Because it's good, right? And
I was
I'm
vouching
playing,
for you.
I'm playing Glaive music like throughout this whole stream. And I upload the VOD to YouTube.
Uh-huh.
And it gets copyright striked for like 8 of your songs.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, you know what? No problem. I'll just message you on Twitter because
Oh no.
I think we were following each other. Maybe
Uh-huh.
actually, I don't think we were. But
No.
I got sent up to
you.
tell you.
I DM'd you, and then he just took my phone and just kept DMing.
Uh-huh.
yeah. But then we DM'd each other,
Got it.
and I have the proof.
Okay.
So when this goes to court, I have the proof.
We go to the legal
Yeah.
legal realm.
But I messaged
okay.
you-
we have
like-
a judge right behind that wall
Yeah.
over there.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, we used your music. Well, I used your music. Do you mind if we can get like copyright claim removed? And you're like, yeah, sure. Let me just send it to my guy. I was like, okay,
Uh-huh.
cool, thanks. Few days pass.
Uh-oh.
Copyright claim is not gone. And I bump you. I was like, oh, it's still not that. Still not gone. Do you mind like just asking him again? And you're like, yeah, cool. I messaged him. And then still wasn't gone. And I was
Glaive's like,
you know
bro,
what?
I don't need this. I'm a young rock star. Like, shut up.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't want to keep messaging you about it. But actually the other day when we were talking about doing this podcast with you, I was like, oh, I actually wonder if the copyright claim is still there. And it's actually been removed
It's
very recently because it was about 3 months ago, I think.
Uh-huh.
And based on the revenue from the last 3 months, I extrapolated it over the whole year.
Uh-huh.
He's a psycho.
And this video would have made me $3,500.
Okay.
Which technically you have now.
It's in my bank
So
account.
I'm gonna pay
Can I have to pay it up
accept-
right now? Or
I accept
I'm out.
wire, check,
Venmo?
cash, Venmo.
Venmo. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Venmo
that,
works.
that brings up an interesting conversation actually, because there's like a lot of like debate on like, people getting like mad at like what is it, labels copywriting
Mhm.
like people's like stuff because they're using their music, and like like Twitch streamers are a big example of like getting mad at that, and it's like kind of interesting because like realistically the money that they're getting from the video isn't like
Yeah, I know exactly.
isn't worth it. You know,
No,
what I mean?
it's
Like the
100%.
exposure for
I've-
the song is good. Like think about how many songs nowadays blow up because of TikTok, and that is like the sole reason they blow
Yeah.
up.
I've talked about that with literally the CEO of Interscope. How it's like there's even if a YouTube video has 10 views
Mm-hmm.
and nobody's gonna find out your song about it because of that video. It's like imagine a video
That's
with a
10
million
people.
views. It's like it's 10 people, or there's even has 1 view. It's 1 person that found out about the song and they can listen to it an unlimited amount of times. Opposed to like trying to steal money from people that just make YouTube videos, and it's like
It's
But
interesting
it's
because
really
it's a commonplace. It's a commonplace. Like, what's the difference between music and video games to an extent, right? Like, because at least in America, I don't know internationally, but I know where I live,
Mhm.
I can pretty much play any game, and I'm not worried about copyright strike.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And like it was brought up by a developer, was like people should start paying developers to stream their game. But then it's like, okay, well,
paid for the game.
but Among Us is as big as it is because of streamers.
streaming. Yeah,
And Fall Guys is kind of like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's
imagine how many sales Minecraft got from YouTubers and streamers.
Yeah.
that's
you know
why I
what I
bought
mean?
Minecraft, because I saw YouTubers
Yeah.
playing it.
I guess
Exactly.
I have this argument, but I don't actually agree with it. Because I'm just gonna mention it because it's like, why can't you just live stream a TV show or a movie?
Okay,
Because it's like, well, technically, because if you add your own, thoughts and opinions whilst you're doing it, technically it's different. But obviously it's different. But like, where is the line?
well, I guess
'cause
I don't know where the line
Playing
is. 'cause-
music in the background adds a lot, right? Like, imagine our meetup stream, no music. It's a way different vibe than
There's
having
two.
Glaive.
There's
in the
two
background.
different. There's two different things going on here. There's whether or not these companies should be allowed to legally do that, like, and then whether or not it's a good business plan for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like think about it, like for example, that video, a Glaive song, was 3.5K. Now imagine let's do like Drake. You know how much money Drake is raking in from copywriting people? Probably like a lot of money. Like just think about it. Like Drake is probably raking in millies from copywriting people.
Yeah.
Millies.
I mean, George copyrights people.
Yeah, George does copyright people.
and he makes millions of dollars.
So I guess
you know what he copyrights?
what's more
He
valuable?
copyrights the British accent.
So,
Uh-huh.
so the question is, what's more valuable? That money that they're getting from copyright striking, or the exposure? I guess if you're like
I guess
Drake,
if you're
I think-
Drake,
I think
it
if you're
doesn't
Drake,
matter.
Drake
It doesn't
might be above
matter.
it. Drake's
I think
above it.
like if you're at that level, but if you're like an artist that's trying to become successful, you're trying to like get your name out there. I think it. I don't know.
It's not worth it.
I've talked about it and I've worked hard
I
to like
could-
try to make it so nothing gets copyrighted, but it's very hard with the
I could see
label.
Drake being like, yeah, I don't want people using my music. Because I think it makes sense at that level.
I don't even think that.
But like even so, like who would
Even
you?
that-
Why do you not want people listening to your music?
even
like,
that.
I get it, but
And
like
why would you
I
not
think if
want-
I was Drake, I would still
If you were
allow
Drake.
it. Yes. If I in a
But
world
you
where
were
I'm Drake,
Be a little bit
I'm
more
Aubrey
Canadian for a
himself.
second. If I'm Drake, look, listen. If I'm Drake, why would I not want like
no, yeah, you can get extra eyeballs for
like
free.
why would I not want like I don't even know who would be in line with like Drake's music. Like obviously it wouldn't be in a Mr.
Oh, I just
Beast
realized
video.
why I think it's okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm not saying it's okay, but I think
You're saying there's an argument that you don't even agree
I think
with.
there's a point. I think with Drake potentially he actually gets more value from copywriting.
That's what I was saying. Because
Because
everyone
he's
already
already
knows Drake.
so big. Everyone knows Drake's song.
Yeah, it's now you're getting more than Drake is.
To be fair, I don't like. I
disagree.
still discover popular like musicians' music from TikTok
100%.
and other
But
social
with
media
TikTok,
platforms like
they get paid. I think the artists get paid.
on TikTok.
potentially.
Yes, I think
It's
they
pretty
do.
scuffed though.
I don't know how it
I don't think
it's-
you're not making much like if somebody listened to it.
Yeah, I don't think it's as much, but they get paid. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, they do, but it's definitely not equivocal.
Because
to-
TikTok goes out and licenses songs.
Yeah, but what I think you're saying is like there's a point in a musician's career that it becomes more valuable for them to take the money
Yeah.
than it does for
I
them
think
to
that's
just
a
keep getting
very
bigger.
high
I
level.
feel like
I guess
it's a very,
I think it
that's
is
a
like-
very
it's
high
like literally
thing.
like
But I
Drake.
disagree. I think it's like no
I still
matter
think
what,
no
it's
matter
like,
what.
if you really, in my opinion, at least if you care about the art and you care about the
Yeah.
music and stuff, you don't. Why would
And
you
the-
not want more
The
people?
problem
to hear
is,
it?
there's
especially
that.
if you're Drake, you don't need the extra couple million. Like he's
So
Yeah,
here's
yeah,
what
again,
I'd
basically
argue.
a
yeah.
billionaire.
Here's
right?
what I'd argue. It's like the concept of like trying to get your face literally everywhere humanly possible.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Jimmy has chocolate bars at Walmart. So now when you go to Walmart, you see him. When you go on YouTube, you see him. When you go yada yada, you see him. That's how if I was Drake, I'm like, yeah, throw my song in every video humanly possible. You know what I mean? Like shove me down everybody's throats. Like that is it. Like everybody will be like, I don't want anybody to spend an entire day where they don't hear one of my songs. You know what I mean? Art wise, because if you're passionate about your art that you're creating, and then also in a business standpoint, I think again, like dude's rich. I don't know how much money he would make off of copyright striking YouTube videos, but
A lot.
I'd probably still weigh having my like imagine if Drake came into Mr. Beast and was like, you can use all of my music in your video.
Yeah, and like how much promotion that would be, and how much money Drake would have to
Or
spend to get
subliminally-
that many people.
People listening to
Yeah.
Drake now,
Yeah.
and then whenever they go in their car later, they're like, oh, what was that song I just heard?
And the
Yeah,
thing is,
exactly.
it's still the case where like Mr. Beast pays to license music from
Mhm.
artists. Like he did it in a couple of videos. I'm pretty sure where I think he had an Oliver Tree song one time, and I know he paid for it.
I think we got permission from Oliver Tree.
You can.
I could be wrong, but I was in talks with the company that works with licensing that like music from actual artists to use on YouTube,
Uh-huh.
and they told me Mr. Beast paid for it.
Oh, maybe I could be wrong. Well, here's a good example. Hans Zimmer
Mm.
composed music for our Antarctica video. And that was crazy. I feel like that made a big splash. People, I mean, again, like
Definitely the
Hans
music
Zimmer, does he
community.
need it? Not really. But like it's a cool, I guess it's apples
It's like,
and
hey, let
oranges
me
'cause
make
he
a song
composed
to
it
be seen
for
by
the
100
video.
million people.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, why not? I don't think there's any downside.
Yeah, I think there's no downside
I
either.
guess we don't
And
know
you
how much
also
money.
probably paid him,
We don't
right?
know
I'm
how much
guessing?
money
I have
Drake is
no
getting
idea,
from
but-
this from copyright.
I don't know why Drake is the bottom line, but like any big famous artist, it's
Yeah,
really just
Post
like,
Malone
do you want
or-
people to hear your music and listen to it and be able to appreciate it, or do you want money?
Well, it doesn't matter.
it's
It doesn't matter how much money they're getting from it.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, if the option was like even like no matter, I feel like no matter how much you love music and stuff, if the option was, yeah, like if you copyright these people's music, you know that's it, and you're getting $1 billion, like you're just gonna do it.
Yeah, but
It depends how much.
The question is like, it's either this and copyright or half of this and you spread your music. I would take,
Yeah, I think
second.
most people would take half.
But
I
you're
mean,
not getting half.
but I don't
You're
know.
gonna-
I don't
you're
know.
still-
Yeah, well,
No, but you're
not
getting
getting
you get half in like
but you probably get,
you're
advertising.
getting like maybe like 5%
But
in terms
at
of
the-
that money.
But at the end of the day, it's like if you're at that level where that money doesn't matter to you, then why does having
Or-
five
or
Well,
like-
I don't know.
well, here's the question. Like, is it,
There must be some
like,
reason.
money isn't the only
obviously.
thing that matters to an extent.
But there
I
has
think
to-
it's just the
Guys,
label.
guys, there has
the
to be-
label that
Oh,
wants
it's
to
I
copyright.
think
for
the
example,
label.
The
What's
la-
the label?
I'd imagine.
You
think it's
I
not
don't,
Drake
I don't know
just
for
decided
sure.
it?
The label wants
I
to
don't know.
make,
Maybe it was Drake. I
Doesn't
don't know.
Drake
the
have his
label
own
wants to
label?
maximize the profit of the songs that they
What?
have ownership over.
yeah, Drake
So-
owns his label, right?
Well, yeah, this is completely. But like average artist is signed to a label.
It's like
It-
OVO. That's his thing.
Oh yeah, Drake owns the label.
yeah, but still, I think like we're talking about like like what labels do. Like I feel like it's like almost like old school. Like this is
it's
just
very
how they
much so
act.
based in the way that they just have always operated.
Yeah.
And that's just what
It's like, why do we do this?
Like,
Because
when the
we've always
internet-
done this.
When the internet was invented, they decided that we're going to copyright songs that we have ownership over because we own them, and we're allowed to do that in the legal standings.
Mhm.
Now, it makes a lot more sense, in my opinion, to let YouTubers, let Twitch streamers, let any sort of internet person use it, because who knows? It could be a YouTuber with one viewer, but that video just happens to blow up, and then that gets your song in front of X amount of people.
Well,
and that's
do you think
I paid for a
Have
Lil
you
Uzi Vert
felt-
song.
a difference in like
100%. Like,
in a good
in
positive?
a beautiful way, like all of you guys play my music, and all of like just like you, I feel like a lot of my music resonates quite well with like people that watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, yeah.
And it like makes sense that they like it. And if a lot of people watch people that they're similar to,
Mm.
so if you like a certain type of music, it's not that far to say that the person that's watching the video is also going to like that type
Especially
of
in the live, like for instance, like YouTube is like such short content, but like live streaming, like parasocial is just gonna happen. And
Yeah.
like if you watch Ludwig, like bro, I can, like for instance, I can go out and if somebody recognizes me, I'm pretty good at being able to tell you if they recognize me from my streams / banter / all this, or if they recognize me from Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Just by the way they like present themselves or act or like you know what I mean, hold themselves. Because it's two different communities. Straight
It's
up.
like one person that knows you on a very personal level,
Mhm.
and one person that knows you on more so just like you're in a video that has a lot of views. And
Yeah,
I
exactly.
watched it and it was entertaining, but
Yeah.
not as on a deep
So I think like
human level.
I bet you that's probably a good reason why we're seeing a lot of musicians lean more into like the live streaming.
Yeah, because you can. It's just people take music very personally, and if you're really invested with somebody personally, you'll like the same type of music they like, and it's pretty much as simple as that. And that's I don't know.
There we go.
Bang.
That's it.
Let's spend all this money. When did it become a job for you?
Good
All
point.
right, you three answer the question first, and I'll answer it last.
For what? For what?
For when did like did you,
Yeah. Here's a good question. When for all of us, I guess. When did you realize this was like now? Okay, I don't need to do other things. I
yeah,
could just
like
do
this. You have an opportunity to make this your life.
I remember. For
I just
me,
got Big YouTube check, I guess.
okay.
was like-
For me, it was whenever I realized I'm making more than I would have as a sophomore engineer. I was like, oh, why would I continue going to college then? If
And
I'm
also, I
making
think
more?
because I started and we were kind of grinding a lot, and I wasn't necessarily making like even minimum wage technically. And then it started snowballing, and when that started happening, and then I actually started making good money, then I was like, oh, okay, bang.
I feel like I pushed myself into the deep end by like taking a job at Mr. Bro, and it wasn't really a job, but it was kind of like I was like, well, gotta make it work because I just dropped out of college for it. So it was kind of like I think I just shoved myself into the deep end with it.
Yeah, I'd say I was in a similar sort of situation. I never really had a backup plan
Yeah.
for like what I was gonna do with my life.
You're just gonna
Like
full
I was
send it.
just making like because I started around COVID times, so I was in school. I was in freshman year of high school when I was doing
so
it.
that's
And,
crazy to me.
And yeah, I was like, I basically just stopped going to school entirely
Yeah.
because I didn't have to. It was all online, and nobody was gonna force me. Nobody was gonna come to my house. Like if you don't go to school in person, your parents get mad at you. But my parents didn't know. They didn't care. They didn't have the understanding of what the technology was. So I just stopped going, and I was like, I'm just gonna do this music as hard as I can until I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And luckily, I was able to make it to a position while I could do it to be able to do it for ever.
Did you ever
Yeah,
have to
so
go
it's-
back to physical school?
Oh yeah, I did.
Were you like the cool kid in school after that?
I definitely.
What was that like? That's kind of interesting. I feel like you would just be like,
Wait, what year was that?
So
How old was you when that?
so COVID started halfway through my freshman year of high school, and then obviously I didn't go for all freshman year, didn't go for all sophomore year, and then I had to go back for my junior year.
Do I remember that?
Yeah, I think this would have been around the time that we met. Would have been
Because I remember you like.
I
being
mean,
like,
I
"Holy shit."
went to school every day.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a joke. It was like I really did go to school every day, and I don't know. I'm from a small town in North Carolina, and people don't really get the whole like thing.
Yeah.
But I think I also dealt with it kind of like I was maybe a little cocky and a little like, look at me doing all this cool stuff. And I think it just like didn't work out super well. And
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
just like I don't know.
That was kind of ominous.
I just like I wasn't very social, I guess is what I would say. Like I would just go to school every day and like not really talk to anybody and just like go home and like
It's because you're better.
kind of yeah, definitely.
if you
'Cause I
could
was
go
like,
back in time, would you change that?
100%. Well, I think a lot of people felt very anxious to talk to me, and I felt very anxious to put myself out there because I didn't want to be.
Like
What
people at your school were fans of you?
I don't know if they would be fans. Fans might be a strong word, but like they knew of what I did.
Yeah.
Because in my hometown,
And obviously,
it's
like,
nobody
held
really
respect
spreads
for
to
it.
everyone.
nobody really does anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that in my hometown. So I was like,
How-
obviously,
Is this a weird question to ask? How big were you when you returned to school?
I probably had like a song with like 10 million streams.
That is kind of nutty, to be fair.
I mean-
Imagine just coming in junior year
That's
with-
what I was thinking. I was like, that shit must be awesome.
I had signed to a record label as well.
Yeah,
like
that's-
that was the.
So you're
probably-
kind of ghosted.
I mean, I felt like I was goated, and I probably was felt like I was a bit more goated than I actually was.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, to be
I would
to be
think
fair,
I would think I was the shit. if that
dude,
was me.
I think I didn't do any schooling during COVID.
Yeah.
I think if I did, I would turn out just terrible. I would have been just the biggest lazy like piece of nothing. Like, I swear to God, I would just absolutely be a zilch.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I've always been quite good at school, and I tried really hard. But
Yeah.
as soon as COVID happened, I was like, I was failing basically all the classes that I was doing, so I just stopped going, and my school just stopped trying to get me to go. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just happy that it worked out. to
Was
be
there a
honest.
world? Was there ever a discussion of maybe you didn't go back to school?
Well, because I really was like struggling, I guess. I don't know. Struggling sounds like a really strong word, but like,
Yeah.
I just didn't like do very well in like my junior year.
Yeah.
So my parents were like, if you want, we can just like homeschool you until you
Is that what
graduate.
happened?
And I only had one class left.
Okay.
So I just did that. And
But you did an entire year. Your entire 11th grade year was
Yeah.
in school. Like, you went
Yeah,
to
yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy cow! And the year,
bro had a backpack and stuff.
because I'm recalling
You ride the bus.
Yeah.
you rode the bus. What year was this?
This would have been 2021,
One.
I guess.
That's
like
funny.
end of 2021.
This is when
Yeah,
we
I
started
think-
becoming
no,
friends.
End of 2021 into 2022.
This is when we like started.
Yeah,
Getting
this is like when we
close,
would have met. I
probably.
probably would have been in school when you like DM me for the first time.
That's funny.
Yeah, get a
Holy
DM
cow!
you're in like math class. You're like, oh, Carl Jacobs. Cool.
I don't even remember what I DM'd you, but it was there's a.
You're like, hey, how's school?
This is ridiculous, but did school ever, in your opinion, in your perception, get in the way? Like, because your first song to hit 10 million was right then. You're growing,
Yeah.
exponentially. Did it get in the way in your mindset? Like, were you like, dude, like this is stupid? Like,
No, because my parents are really school focused, and they're
Yeah.
always like, you kind of have to go to school. And so I would do school 5 days a week, and then I would do 2 shows on Saturday and Sunday, and then I would fly back to North Carolina.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do like
Do school for
actual
the next week.
shows in real life?
So I was doing like, I mean, not like big shows, but like
yeah,
shows
yeah. you're
nonetheless.
not-
And like, I just made it work no matter what. My parents are super supportive, and my manager was like, we'll just figure this out. So it was almost like, I don't know, the same. There was like nothing was really happening because I just like made it work. But I don't know. It was pretty.
So I guess if your parents was like, no, you're going to school, you're not flying anywhere to these stupid shows.
Yeah, I
Like,
was
you
would have
would've
been able
been
to do
done.
it. But my parents were just like, do whatever you'd like. And I'm like, okay,
Nice.
thank you.
I just DM'd. I DM'd you February 18th, 2021.
So yeah, that would have been like probably around when school
I said
started.
your music is fire, BTW.
Wow.
By the way,
And he said, "Thank you, Carl Jacobs. You are the goat, #1 cool man."
Yeah. Sounds like something I would say in 2021.
Start of something new.
That's beautiful.
you were just so trying to say, just like me.
You're not as cool as me yet.
One day.
Look at that.
So
So
you're blowing up. You're homeschooled now. How much does homeschooling open for you? Like, does that open up
I
the
mean,
possibilities?
it was one class. It was a math class. It was the only class I had left.
Yeah.
And when you do homeschooling, you can kind of decide how difficult it is, which sounds kind of fucked up, but it's the truth. So I was like, we'll do this. And I did do it. But it wasn't very difficult. And I was touring the whole, it was last year. And I did like 100 shows last year. So
I didn't even know that
100
you
shows
were
in
doing
a
that
year?
show.
I did 100 shows.
That's like one every 3 days.
We did a lot of shows.
Whoa. Wait, like all over America or what?
I did 2 tours in America, 1 tour in Europe, and 1 in Australia.
So you're just constantly traveling pretty much.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, you do go on tour for 2 months, and then you have like a month off, and then you go on tour for 2 months, and you have a month off. It's not.
Oh, because then you do them like every day though?
Yeah. Well, you're doing it pretty
Mm.
much every day. You have an off day, but yeah,
guess-
most of my tours were like
How do you
26
do
shows.
that? I feel like I would just be so. I feel like I would just be so worn out.
But I don't think that you can really understand how like. I mean, you're doing live stuff soon, no?
Yeah.
You'll understand. It's not like. If
We're
it was
just
if
doing
you
one
did okay,
show.
imagine you were doing like an office job on stage and you had to travel all the time, it would suck. But imagine you're going out there and you kind of just like do whatever you want
Yeah.
on stage and you get to sing stuff that you
But even
that
like
you,
the fatigue of singing and stuff. Like,
well there's I
Like literal fatigue. Of,
And you have to like do
traveling.
like stuff for your throat, right?
yeah,
Or,
you
like,
do. I mean, you have to like make sure you don't blow out your voice, but
yeah.
I don't know. I've always been pretty good at taking care of my voice. I've been pretty good at like being healthy and like being a normal human being on tour.
yeah.
I definitely get really overwhelmed.
I know
like,
how you did it. You were taking all the private jets.
uh-huh.
You were chilling in the
Dude.
sky.
You three need to fucking take me on a private jet. I've never been on a private jet in my entire life, and I know every single one of you motherfuckers has been on loads of private jets.
It's not. I've never paid for a private jet.
I've never paid for a private jet. I've never paid for a private jet.
Well, I've never paid for a private jet either.
There we go. We're good.
Do you guys like feel pressure? Like how much pressure do you feel if a YouTube video doesn't do well?
Carl actually typed this morning. I
don't know
read
if
it
I-
over his shoulder. He said, "There's a difference between a bad video and an underperforming video.
Yeah.
It's gonna work out if it's bad or you like maybe packaged it wrong or it's."
I feel like it's a good way to learn, because like with YouTube, if a video does bad, there's a reason why it did bad. Like it doesn't just do bad for no reason. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure there are instances where it just does bad for no reason, because like just stuff like shit happens. But for the most part, you should, if you have a bad video, you shouldn't be like, fuck, I'm ruined. Like this is it. You should like find out why it was a bad video and
then apply
But
that to the
like-
next
apply
video.
that.
Yeah.
It is absolutely heartbreaking.
it is
To be
sad.
fair.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially
It
when you
doesn't
see
feel
you have a
good.
banger, you
Yeah,
post
it doesn't
it's
feel
like
good.
10 out of 10.
Like my
What?
newest video that I put out on my channel was this video. I literally spent 100 hours in virtual reality. It's probably actually objectively my favorite video I've ever filmed.
Mhm.
And it is a 10 of 10. Out of the past 10 videos, it's the 10th performing. Like it is
Wow.
absolutely bombing, to be honest. And I was like depressed. I was like, are you kidding me? Like I put 100 hours into this. I thought I did a good job at editing. I thought we had a banger thumbnail. And then I'm like watching it now in hindsight. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done this. This is stupid. Yeah. But it's like, dang, like that sucks. Like it is very demoralizing. I don't know if there's like
There's
Core-
definitely a music equivalent. I would
Yeah.
say like it's different because YouTube videos, I feel like you can make more. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like
Yep.
music is you kind of put it out and you just have to hope for the best. There's no like you could make the best song ever and maybe just you think it's the best song, you think it's the most amazing thing that you've ever done. Some people just won't like it. In the same way that some people just won't like a YouTube video, even
Yeah.
if you think it's the best one you've ever done. And there's really nothing you can do about it. But I will say an interesting thing is like if I had first started making music and I was like doing the same sort of things that I'm doing now, how just mind blowing it would be, and how like quickly as human beings you get used to sort of success and stuff, how it becomes like how it should be.
Yeah.
When in actuality, I don't think that's the best way to look at it, because it's like if you could have 1,000 people watching or listening to something you did, like that is inconceivable to like thousands and millions of people. But to just because you feel like you've already done it, you should
Yeah.
have it happen again is like I don't know.
I guess it's the problem of like when you're growing, at least I think with a lot of people, like things get better and better. Like they
Mhm.
perform better and better and better. And eventually you can't keep going up.
Yeah,
Right?
There's never like a
Yeah.
well, there's bull runs
Unless
and
you're
then there's
Mr. Beast.
valleys.
And even then, it's not the same. But I would say like a lot of people like they go up and they're like, oh, and then you can come back, blah, blah, and sometimes it just doesn't
Yeah.
come back, and it's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
what am I doing different? But it's like you're used to, like you can get conditioned to getting 100 million views a video, right? You can, and then like getting 80 million views on a video feels like trash, which is ridiculous because like 80 million views, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, everything fluctuates.
everything is relative.
Yeah.
Everything's relative. Everything fluctuates. And in my opinion, well, I was having a discussion with somebody about a YouTube channel that there was an underperforming video, and they were like, "Do you think I should delete it?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Well, do you think it's a bad video?" They're like, "Well, it's bombing." I'm like, "That's not the question, right? Like,
Mhm.
if you made a song and you were like, this is a bad video, or this is a bad song, I don't see a problem with you deleting it. But if you released a song that was like a great song to you that just didn't perform, I don't think it's right to delete that for yourself. To me, I'm like, I don't know. I think it's if it was a good solid video, it's one that like, it also like YouTube is ridiculous and it's stupid. Like you could release a video and then a month later, all of a sudden it'll just bang out of nowhere. Like you had a video very recently that did that.
No, you want to hear something interesting about that? I had a video I released. It does good. Like it's like maybe like a 4 or a 5. Like it's doing good, solid. And then all of a sudden it just shoots up. It goes to 2. And like 2 and like the 1 out of 10 is just never gonna catch. It's like the 1 out of 10 is like my food video that has like 12 million views. Like it's just not gonna catch it.
Yeah.
And then and then like a week later the views just delete.
Delete?
Delete the views
Yeah.
deleted.
What do you?
I didn't tell you
It
that.
was
The
like
views,
as if it was like view botted or
it was like
something.
the views got deleted.
To be clear, we didn't do that.
like
Whether
like,
that's the case or not, I don't know. But it was like, as if.
Glaive?
Yeah, it was me.
So
I mean, you would have just
I
spent like
literally had like a million views to get removed.
That.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, like another, I guess an example is like, this is a bad example because already a extremely successful song, but Young Lean, like the, what is it? Ginseng
Strip 2003.
2002. Yeah.
2002.
Euro.
That was it wasn't already probably his most popular song.
Yeah.
But it just hit like this crazy new wave because of TikTok now. You know what I mean? So it's like stuff like that is like, stuff always comes back, and like if it's something that you're proud of, you should just leave it out there, in my opinion. But I don't know if
No,
that's
I
the same
agree.
for
I
music.
think all you can do is like try your best, and it's with anything that's creative. So if you're just making something or putting something out into the world, as long as you like it, even if other people don't like it, like it's your thing at the end of the day. You're the one that's making it, and there's nothing that you can do to influence people's opinions.
True.
Talking about you being the one that's making it, what are you making now? You released a bunch of singles on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you got signed, made Cypress Grove.
Yes, sir.
Then you released your second EP, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Sir.
Banger.
Thanks.
Two bangers in a row. What have you released since then? Two singles?
I've done three singles.
singles?
Now. Two singles that weren't like related to anything, and then the first single off.
that was Minnesota's a place that exists, and then
Three
wheels
Three
and a
Wheels.
drive.
Drives, and then I just had a song come out like last week called "As If," which
Oh,
is
I literally
I haven't heard
even-
that one.
all right. Thanks, guys.
Let's get a live performance.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing it right now. I'm playing. It's the first song off my album.
Really?
That's coming out in June or July.
I have a question on that because
Yes, sir.
actually I feel like a lot of artists do that. Where they'll release like one song, and then release it, and then release an album later that song's a part of. Like,
Yeah.
why is that? Is there like a reason, or is it just because like, holy crap, I love this song, I'm excited to release the song, just release this one now?
Well, the whole thing with like it's probably the same way that YouTube videos are. It's like you want people to be talking about it. So you put out a song and like, okay, this is a good song, and people want to hear more stuff that's like it. Check out this album I'm putting out.
Yeah.
That's the base idea for it. But in the way that I feel like a lot of people do it now is just like, oh, I like this song the most, and if I could pick any song on this album that people are gonna hear, I want it to be this one. And that's what I did. I think it's a good song.
Do you think it's going to be the only single you put out before the album?
No, I don't. I think there's. I know so that it's not.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Ooh, teasers.
What is it about this album that you're excited about most? And like, what can people expect if they're a fan of the music that you have already released?
I think the thing that I'm most excited about is that it's very honest and very truthful, and I think, I don't know, all my music has been very good at sort of indicating my age.
Yeah.
Like the first songs I definitely sounded like I was 15.
Yeah.
And now this stuff I sound like I'm 18, and I think it's cool to be able to see somebody go from like a little kid to like a little bit older kid and like
Yeah. That is sick.
do that, and
That's really cool.
I know it's fun. I think it's my best stuff, but I don't know.
To be fair, I think like, and I'm not just saying this because you're in front of me. I feel like I've said this to Sapnap. I think like you and Corpse. This applies to Corpse as well. Whenever you guys send me music that you guys are working on, I always like it more than anything else I've heard from you in the past. Like it seems like you guys are both like just becoming better and better at what you're doing.
Yeah, well, that's the goal, I suppose, right? Like,
Yeah.
every time you make a YouTube video, it's
To
like,
me, at
ideally,
least.
you could be like getting better at it.
That's
You
the
just
hope.
learn more stuff, and I think, especially my musical knowledge when I was like making songs that like did come out like Astra and stuff, like I just didn't know much about music,
Mhm.
and now I feel like I know a little bit more about
Yeah,
music.
I
so
guess
can
like
apply that. To,
you are learning.
Yeah.
But like someone like Drake, maybe
Okay,
isn't.
throw
Maybe
back.
maybe he's not learning.
Bro,
maybe
to be
he's
fair,
already
Drake
learning.
is
loves
definitely
Drake.
learning.
no, everybody's always learning.
I guess he's like,
evolving.
That's
Have you
crazy.
heard
No,
that
like, he's not
Drake
learning
AI
about, like-
song?
He's not
It's
learning
fire.
about like actually producing music. Like
Yeah.
when he first started, you like
Okay,
make the music yourself.
Yeah,
or-
well,
Are you- wait,
it's
you don't
still
do
to
that?
this day.
You
It's
still
like
do it,
we're I'm a part of it,
yeah.
and we're all just
So you are every single section of every single one of your songs, and you've had no help.
No, that's not true. I can't play the guitar for shit, so there's definitely some people that play the guitar. The most recent album, I just made it with two other guys called Jeff and Ralph. You should meet them. They're interesting fellows.
Jeff and Ralph.
Yeah, they're
Are you go
beasts.
golfing with them or
They're
something?
beasts.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
we can go golfing. I'll invite
That's
them.
awesome.
Yeah, but I made it just with them, and we just like it was like just like three people making. It's like the same way that y'all probably just sit there and talk about YouTube videos. It's the same way that we just sit there and talk about songs, and they just happen to be my songs.
That's sick. That's actually really cool.
Do you ever see yourself doing stuff other than music?
Okay, good. Genius question. I really like
I
doing.
didn't write it down.
I really.
That was a good segue.
That's a great segue.
We talked about your new album, and
Yeah.
then it's like, you got this album coming out. What else?
Well, I'm gonna keep doing the music thing for as long as I can do it.
Yeah.
I like touring a lot, so I'm trying to do that more.
Yeah.
I'm going on tour.
More?
Yeah, more. I'm going on tour again.
Once every 3 days.
And how can
Yeah.
you even do more than once every 3 days?
Well, there's
Once
some
every
big
2 days.
And
Yeah,
then
it's true. Or
every
once
day.
every
And then
day.
guess what comes next?
Oh, that'd be cool. What if you did a whole year of tours?
It's like
One
it's like
every day.
Logan
You
Paul's
start-
vlogs, except you do
Yeah,
tours.
you
go
start
tour.
January 1st, finish
December 31st. Yeah. I mean, maybe, but not right now. But I'm just like,
That's like, to me, I don't know why. That's just satisfying. Cool.
okay.
That would just be
And
brutal.
you can have a
There's no
website.
way.
It's like, do you remember like Santa Tracker?
I do, and they
It's like
just
you.
tracks me.
It's like it shows where you're going. There's like a path and everything. Like,
Uh huh.
And then you can click like every city has like a little thing, and you can click it and buy the tickets from it.
Wow, you're a genius.
You should make
You
music.
should pitch. You should start making
Do you
music
think I
and
could
do
make
this.
good music based on what you know about me?
Here's a good question. Who do you,
It's
who
not
do you
that
think would
much.
make the best music out of us three?
I think that Carl probably has the most interest in making music. I think you'd make the second best music. I think you'd probably make the worst music.
Oh my god!
Wait, why?
For the audio listeners, he had it ranked. Power ranking was Carl, then
Well, to be
Sapnap.
fair, he just said
Then
had the
he
most
honestly,
interest.
then he a few notches, then George.
You said, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and then
Well, I'm gonna
anyone
prove
else
you
in the
wrong.
room? George.
Prove me
I
wrong.
would
Prove you
love.
wrong.
If you prove me wrong, I'd be.
Wait,
guess
explain
what? I'm
why.
gonna start
Explain
making
why.
hyperpop and I'm
Why
gonna
do you
destroy
think
you.
I would make better music than George?
Is it because I'm English?
It,
or-
honestly, it's because he listens to Glaive more than George.
I just
That's
think
true.
anybody that I don't know. I feel like you don't really talk. I've never heard you talk about music.
You've known me for like an hour.
That's true, but I've heard him talk about music, and I've known him for an hour.
Good point. Can't
Loser.
help but agree.
I can't help but agree as well that I would definitely make better music than George.
I got a question for y'all
Okay.
in
Okay.
a YouTube sense. Do you think that making music and making YouTube videos are the same creatively, on the same creative level, or say, do you think?
I think that there are extreme amounts of parallels.
Uh-huh.
I think YouTube. Well, I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. But I think YouTube is much more trying to appeal to the algorithm than music. But I think also that there's probably, if I were to guess, I'd say that there are probably people in music that
That-
straight up just do
100%.
algorithm based, like chorus here, bridge here. What are the words to say here? What are the
It's pop music. Every single pop song is that's like
yeah?
it's entirely algorithmic based. but yeah.
Which I'm not even saying is wrong.
It isn't.
But I also think that there's like super cool creators on YouTube that make very inspired. Also, like the content that I make, I love,
Mhm.
and it's not like I'm not passionate about it. It's just I also am passionate about how do I make this video perform better? How do I make
Mhm.
this thumbnail more optimized? How do I enjoy? How do I keep this average view duration consistent? How do
Yeah.
I, you know what I mean? Like that's the type of stuff that I think I'm passionate about. A part of YouTube. Does that make sense? That
Yeah, no, that makes 100% sense.
Yeah.
Do you think that if you hadn't started like working in this sphere or
Mhm.
whatever, that you would be doing this? Like you would be streaming on Twitch or doing internet-based personality stuff? Just because for all of you, like if you weren't friends with X, Y, and Z, or you didn't know, like were you all doing this before you met certain people? Is this like something that you've always wanted to do? What is the?
I mean, I definitely have always like me and Dream used to like upload YouTube videos together like when we were like little kids.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
we-
been making YouTube videos since like 2008,
Yeah, like we had like a channel where we just uploaded like traps.
but they were never
And stuff.
successful.
Yeah, they were never successful.
But
then-
did you always think that they were going to be successful at some
No.
point?
I don't
no,
think.
I
so.
didn't think I didn't never
just did
thought
it
I
for
would be doing this. Yeah, I thought it was just for fun, and I always was like, yeah, I guess I'll become a software developer because that's more reasonable, more.
Reasonable or like a real
It's more
thing, yeah.
like more likely.
I never put out stuff that I thought was going to be successful, to be fair, but this is all I wanted to do. The way that you, like, I don't know if you feel this way about music, but I feel like I was like, I'm just going to do this. Like, I will figure out how to make it successful. Like, that
Yeah.
was just my brain. Like,
I never thought I was going to be successful, but I never had another plan
Yeah,
on
that's-
what to do.
yeah, maybe that was it. Yeah.
I just like I didn't think that I would ever like be a successful musician that people would listen to, but I never had any other like, oh, I'm gonna do this if this doesn't work out. It was always just like I'm just gonna do
How-
this,
how
and then
about
we'll
this?
figure it out there.
Jesus Christ came down
Uh-huh.
to 15-year-old Glaive.
Yeah,
Pat
yeah.
you on the back.
Uh-huh.
He's like, Glaive, just checked. We're completely filled up on music creators. You don't have to
Uh-huh.
make music. You actually can't make music.
I'm banned by Jesus.
You're banned. You are not allowed to make music.
Okay.
What would you do? Like what do you picture yourself doing if you didn't go into this music?
I really wanted to be a veterinary surgeon.
Really?
Yeah, my dad
Just
was
slicing and dicing dogs?
yeah, that's the part that I
He's gonna-
didn't really
he's
know
gonna
about
make
at the
sure-
time.
To make sure no dogs go to heaven.
It's
Oh, whoa! Is that where that came from?
no, but it's like maybe a good reference.
I kind of like it.
But
You dig it?
I like that.
my dad was a professional polo player. Do y'all know
Yeah.
what polo is?
Polo, yeah.
Like water polo?
No, water polo hold the water.
Horses and sticks and,
Oh.
and things. So we were always just around horses and animals and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I think it made me want to like do that. But now I realize I don't think I'd be very good at it because you have to like,
Because you wouldn't be able to sing.
yeah, I wouldn't because I couldn't have sung.
That's awesome.
They're like, sir, not now.
Yeah, I would have
Gotta save his
been
life.
trying to get in the booth while I'm doing an anesthesia operation.
But when we're asking more about like stuff like so music and tours, you have no interest like in making like get like furthering doing like content creation because you do upload like tour vlogs and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
like doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've never talked about this with you guys, but like I don't like. I love being a part of doing shit that y'all like doing. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's so fun, and I think it's so like interesting, and I think all the people that you hang out with are super entertaining. But I have no interest in like. I just feel like musicians that try to like become something other than musicians,
Yeah.
unless they are like really into it,
Yeah.
then it doesn't work.
What
And
do
It
think about
feels
the
out
other
of
way
place a
around?
little bit. I could see that.
I think it can work. Some like
So
I-
YouTubers
Well, I think,
becoming
like,
musicians.
To be
just in case-
fair, an argument is like, for instance, like Corpse is very intrinsically a YouTuber and a musician.
Well,
to
he's
be fair.
he's been making music for just as long as he's been doing YouTube videos.
Yeah, yeah.
And it kind of coincides in the same way it's like if I had been Twitch streaming while I've been making music the whole time, it would make more sense.
So who's an example of a bad YouTuber musician?
Oh, I don't think that I don't
This is
know.
kinda spicy.
I don't think that I've heard too many new era YouTube musicians that are very good. I'll say that.
Oh
Okay.
shoot! Wow, he can't. I was like, oh, he's gonna play the political role, but he
I
went
thought
for
that was
the.
happening at first.
He went for everybody's.
Everyone's
throat.
trash.
It's
I like
bad.
Corpse Husband's music a lot. I think he's sick.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
like
I
him.
know who you also like. To be fair, you love Lovejoy from what you.
Oh,
told
I
me.
do. I love
He like
Lovejoy.
loves Lovejoy.
But like I feel like that's a different sort of situation. It's like a band. I guess maybe not, but I like them. I think they're
to be
sick.
fair, I guess they're not just YouTubers turned musicians.
Yeah, it's not like yeah.
But to be fair, also,
I guess Wilbur. I don't
Wilbur
know when
was
Wilbur
a
first,
YouTuber.
When did Wilbur first make a song?
Yeah, I
Was
don't
It's
know.
kind of. It
Was it
feels
your new
more. It
boyfriend?
feels just like a Corpse scenario.
Or did he make music before then?
I think
he
it's
made
like
music before
intrinsically
then.
linked.
Yep.
I don't know. But I think there is good examples and there's bad examples, but I don't know. I just like I think a lot of the time people are just doing it because they want to do something creative and they don't know what to do, and music is not that hard to do at an easy like you can be somewhat good at music pretty easily. You can't be great at
The
music
bar,
pretty
like
easily.
the bar
But, like,
of
the
entry,
entry
barrier of
level's
entry
pretty,
is pretty
like,
low. It's like
pretty low.
soccer.
Yeah.
Low skill gap.
I
no,
agree.
high-
it's like soccer.
High skill gap, low. I don't even know what it is.
It's a high ceiling with a low barrier of entry.
Yes.
There's a saying for that.
I
A
don't
lot of
know
people
what
can
to
do it, but not a lot of people can do it well.
say. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even think I do it well, but like I think that that like a lot of
You think Drake does it well?
I think Drake does it real well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
Okay.
favorite Drake song?
What's my favorite Drake song? Probably More Life off More Life.
Okay. More
You know
life.
that song,
off the More
George?
How
life.
does that one
Actually, don't
go?
think I do.
More life. More
It's the one that starts with
I
like
want
the
more
soul
life.
sample and he starts rapping.
Oh,
If I don't
Imagine it.
die,
the one
I
where he
will
starts
have
rapping.
more
Yeah.
Oh, the
life.
one where he starts rapping, I know.
Yeah, you know that one, right?
Yeah, I
You're a
love
fan.
That one.
All right, what is everybody here? Favorite music, favorite musician, favorite
You
and
start,
I'll start.
but say your favorite musicians.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna give you two.
Okay.
I'm gonna split this.
But
in half
I don't
for
want
you.
to start. I want y'all to go first.
Okay, fine. We'll do that. But whenever it's your turn, I want. Actually, once it gets to your turn, I'll explain your.
All right, just go.
Go.
I don't know. I feel like I
Okay.
like. I just sounds like such a cop out answer, but I feel like if you look at my Spotify right now, I have like a playlist for like a bunch of different kinds of music,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and I just have a wide variety of artists that I like. Like I'm not like, like a lot of people like. I like rap, and that's like the main thing I listen to. But if you look at my playlist, like I have like a rap playlist, I have like a hyperpop playlist, I have a country playlist, I have like an 80s playlist, I just have like a bunch of different playlists. Like I don't know.
I think that's fair.
I don't
That's fair
know.
enough.
I don't know.
Music. There's not one musician that's just supremely better than everybody else. So
Yeah,
it's completely
that's
fine
fair.
to not like
It
him.
depends.
Until I start making music, and then
Yeah. Then
Yeah,
it's
until he does, and then it's all over.
Till
for
Lil
everybody.
Goggy hops on the scene.
jockey on the beat.
so it's not nice.
All right, now we need two real answers.
Okay, I have real answers, but it's gonna be a ton of names.
Go. That's fine. That's fine.
It depends on the mood also.
Okay.
One mood
Keep
it might
prefacing it.
actually be, and I feel like they can vouch. You
Thanks.
like Eric,
Yeah.
Midwest, Alden, all those
Like
that
the
whole
hyper
scene.
pop, yeah.
I love them. Star Kids.
Mhm, we
You
were talking
listen to
about
Star
that in
Kids
the car,
today. They're amazing. Star
Mhm.
Kids are awesome. I love K-pop. Love K-pop.
Who's your favorite K-pop group?
Ah,
You like New Jeans?
love New Jeans.
New Jeans is my favorite K-pop.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, I
That's
think
fair.
they're so good.
They are amazing.
Ditto. Woo!
Yeah.
They got it.
I like probably Twice.
Yeah, they're sick.
Twice I've been a fan of the longest. I've like actually been a fan of Twice since like the mid 2010s. I've been a Twice fan for like almost 10 years probably. I'm really into rap. I'm really into Juice WRLD,
Mhm.
if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Like I love Juice WRLD. I love Ski.
Mm-hmm.
All them. I don't know, like I love Ski. I like Trippy, to be honest. All that scene.
DJ Scheme.
Scheme.
Yeah.
Love DJ Scheme. I mean, I guess that's it.
That's fair enough.
I'm all over the place though.
Yo, he forgot about
Hal Cali. Everybody listen to Hal Cali, okay? Amazing. It's J-pop from like the early 20 zeros, the 2000s, early 2000s.
20 zeros.
Bro said 20
Like, 20 zeros. I didn't know what to say. I was trying to save myself. Hal Cali, HALCALI. They're amazing.
I'll listen to it.
Oh,
That was in the car, right?
Caro Bonito.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you had enough names, bro.
Caro Bonito
Let
is
George
probably
go.
my favorite.
He's gonna keep saying that. He's gonna say every
Like,
music.
bro, who don't you like?
That's
crazy.
Name an artist you don't like.
Yeah.
I love Caro Bonito. They're probably my favorite band of all
All right, name
time.
an artist you don't like. You actually gave too many that you like.
Okay, an artist I don't like. I don't know.
All right, next. Go, George.
All right, I pulled up my YouTube Music because I don't use Spotify.
Only YouTube music.
And obviously
Yeah.
Corpse. My bad. I've talked about Corpse 30 times in this podcast. I forgot to say it.
All right, go. Come on. Hit us with it.
Don't do
Go in.
If George doesn't say
No.
Travis Scott, then
So
I
I listen to a lot of different. Well, I listen to a lot of music.
Go.
Okay, a lot of music.
want to butt in.
Music.
I've recently been on my funk.
So like
grind.
for example, this is actually funny. Just like you see this, I have classical next to Yeet.
Okay, that's
Um,
awesome.
So I was listening to.
You listen to classical music?
Not really, but sometimes.
I love classical
when we play
music.
chess, we put on some
Like
classical
Chrysler?
music.
Do you like Chrysler?
I don't know what that is.
Chopin? Is that how you say it?
I don't know. The name.
Mozart?
I honestly don't know the names.
Mozart?
I just click classical
Van
and just
Gogh?
run it.
He got hit.
But some
Bro, you're not on
classical
that
music goes
Mozart grind?
crazy.
Okay. What else?
I like a bit of Yeet.
You don't daily listen to Yeet.
I could sing one Yeet song right now.
I'm not gonna. I
No,
mean, you don't even-
no.
If listen again. My number one song here is
Turban?
Turban. I've got Juice WRLD. I've got who is this? Is this Bad Bunny?
Oh,
I've got another Yeet song,
Put it
Juice
down.
WRLD. I've got Travis Scott. I've got. Do you know the Wombats?
I do know the Wombats.
They're kind of like
They're really
Lovejoy.
sick. Yeah, I think they're really good.
I think they're like what Lovejoy. I've
it's
got.
the and karaoke
yeah, I heard
bars and
I heard the Wombats steal from Lovejoy.
Is that true?
I heard that.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
hearing.
I'm hearing it. We're getting a call.
Mosey Bud, 21 Savage.
Yeah.
You know, I've got like it's mostly rap
Yeah, it's mostly rap.
with what would you call Wombats?
like alternative pop music. Like-
There's a Corpse song here.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Corpse Lord.
But you
wait.
you love 21 Savage.
21 Savage is good.
Let's be real.
You
When
love
think of-
you love
It's like-
Travis
it's like
Scott
When
rap
you think of
music.
George, you think
Yeah.
21 Savage, Travis Scott. That's
and
what I
Migos
think.
probably, to be fair.
Migos.
Don't say Migos. I introduced George to like.
Well, yeah.
I've got a Bring Me the Horizon song. Look, I got Glaive.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See, I'm not fake.
I'll tell you who George hates.
Who?
George cannot stand Michael Jackson songs.
Okay.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
okay. There's of it that there are some banger
I have a
Michael
playlist.
Jackson
There's a
songs.
Yabba playlist on my Spotify. You guys check right now. Search Sabnap
No,
on
but it's
Spotify.
terrible. It's
He
terrible.
hates my Yabba playlist, and it's like 80s music. It's got like Careless Whisper.
I like some.
Like-
I like some. I like a lot of Michael Jackson songs, but
he doesn't.
the ones
it's
that you have on
everybody
your
wants to rule the
playlist-
world. Careless Whisper. I just died in your arms. Another one bites the dust. I have the tiger. September.
I love.
I'm still standing. A bunch of 80s songs, and he's like, "What the fuck? Turn that shit off." And then he puts on Yeet.
Wait,
And they put-
Yeet's banging,
I like
bro.
Yeet. I like Yeet. But
Yeet's
it's just
banging.
funny because it's like a meme. He's like,
Oh,
"Turn off that
I've got-
shit." And then
I
he
actually
puts
haven't
on
been, I haven't been
Yeet.
on my UK rap trend as much, but I like some UK rap stuff.
Uck.
That's beautiful. A1XJ1.
Here's what I
Yeah.
need to know now.
They're sick.
Did you see that one?
Glaive, I want to hear some of your favorite artists, and then also after that, artists that you've kind of like took as inspiration. You're like, oh, I kind of want to make music like that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna show you this.
Oh, Pink Pantheress. I am.
Bro, stop.
I'm obsessed with Pink Pantheress.
Bro, stop.
I'm obsessed.
Carl.
To be fair,
Great
I
reference.
love it.
Carl, we get it. You like a lot of
And guess
different
what?
musicians.
Guess
so
what?
did, so
This
did
guy
I.
loves
So did
music.
I. I said that. I said the same thing you said, but concise and not.
Wait, to be
naming
fair,
a
it's
million
because I
names.
keep like thinking of it's because I started unloading and then I'm like,
You
oh
shouldn't have
god, I'm gonna
unloaded.
forget about.
That-
I'm gonna
that-
And
lose
then-
back and be like, I should have said them.
And
I
guess
should've-
what, Carl? You already know what.
Hmm.
I met her.
I know.
And he's so sad
George
about
met
it.
Pink Pantheress.
And we're both
and
from England.
That is like
London.
the first time I've ever actually been genuinely jealous of George. Genuinely, to my core, jealous of George.
My bad.
It's not a bad
Take it back.
thing.
Take it back right now.
Yeah, take it back.
I didn't actually meet her. It was a joke. I just wanted to make you mad.
her
Jealous.
music scratches a part of my brain that I love it so much.
I can
It's
scratch your brain.
I think
What
the
the fudge?
What?
dude, did that show on this?
I don't know, but if it did, I'd just blur that out.
What is it?
It's what you guys wrote for the Glaive episode.
It's what George wrote.
I didn't write it. It's what George wrote for the Glaive episode.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so
in case it wasn't blood, it wasn't me that wrote that.
musicians I
that
like.
you like, and
musicians I
then
take
also
affection
ones that you
from.
looked at. You could just say in one big list, and then point out the ones that you're like, I kind of wanted to look at this as like, yeah.
Yeah, definitely inspiration wise. When I was first starting, it was like 100 gex.
100
You know what
gex?
100 gex is?
Come on.
I was like so into that 'cause I thought it was
Exactly.
like the craziest music of all time, and I heard it and I was like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And then I just got into more and more like electronic music. I thought Skrillex was like the one back in the day, but now it's like
I was
get it.
obsessed. The first song I got on one of my iPods, I got because I broke my iPod, got a new one. First song I put on it was the Burn Them song. You know what
it's a
I'm talking about?
classic.
Yeah.
I remember the first like electronic song I ever heard.
Oh, that's the one that's in that game.
Yeah, Far Cry.
Burning like the
Far
leaf
Cry.
bomb.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first electronic song I ever heard, I wonder if y'all know this. It goes like, "Monster, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window." Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
probably like the first electronic song I ever remember hearing.
Come on in.
Looking through the window.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
What about Bullet Train? Bullet
Come on.
Train?
Creatures lie here, looking through the window. All right. Okay,
was
that was
it.
like that's basically what I was listening to, and then I got into more like punk bands and shit.
Punk bands?
Yeah, I was like into like punk bands, like Midwest emo. Do y'all know what that is?
Midwest?
Midwest emo.
Why is he emo?
Okay, it's like sad, like white boy guitar music, and I got into
know
that
what
for a
you're talking
while.
about.
And then I got into like rap music, and then now I'm like back to like weird electronic, like Polish dance music,
Okay.
and that's been my little journey.
I can
And
get behind that.
it's all good. It's all good stuff.
So just like Drake, you release music.
Yep.
And word on the street is you have some new music that you want to show us.
The word on the street.
And that the
The
word
word on the street
is that-
was 5 minutes ago on this podcast.
and
that
that
we
you
just decided
secretly paid us under the table for this promotion.
I paid you big bucks.
To be fair,
and then we're gonna play it through the mic.
he
the
paid
microphone.
us.
hundreds.
We have to talk about really quick. This will be just a quick thing, and then we'll get to like a snippet of unreleased music from his upcoming album. But before we get to that, I just want to. He lives in the same state as this studio, but took 2 flights and over an hour-long drive to get to the studio.
Yeah, I did.
I'm so sorry.
No, it was chill.
I
like
did
it.
not realize that was going to happen.
No, it was chill. I mean, I don't know. Y'all live in the. I won't say.
We
but,
do
like,
live in the middle of
It's the
nowhere.
middle of nowhere.
We live in
It's
the middle of
like
nowhere.
middle
I think
of
2
nowhere.
flights
Is it more in the middle of nowhere than
Yeah,
your
it was a
town?
little like a much, but like we did it. I'm here.
We made it
It's
happen.
beautiful.
Something I just realized as well. We're gonna get copyright claimed on this, maybe. So you
Throwback.
gotta make sure to declare that this time, right?
Yeah, I mean, this song wouldn't be copyrighted yet.
Yeah, because it's not even out yet.
But when it comes out, we're gonna get hit.
We're going to copyright it.
Okay,
Oh, we're gonna copyright your song.
We're
'Cause
going
we
to
have the-
copyright this one song.
that's fine.
I think that's
If that-
until we get the
Payback?
$3,500
Payback.
back.
That's fair. That's
All
fair.
right, you want to shake on it?
I mean, if you want, I'll get the
Yeah,
money back.
all of us want to shake on it.
Let's shake really quick.
Like one big shake.
Ready?
Get in here. Get in here.
Set, go.
Oh.
Yeah!
Yay!
All right. Glaive, tell us what the song is and show us a little sample of it.
This is a song that's on my album. It's called "I'm Nothing, That's All I Am," and I'm gonna play it through the speaker on my phone.
We're going to edit
but
it
they're
in.
gonna edit
You guys will hear it
over.
good.
All right.
Don't even put it in the mic, honestly.
I'm gonna-
Actually, just put it over there, and then we can hear
Wait,
it.
just put it right here. Put it like on this desk right here.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
You want to click play, Carl?
It's trash. I'm kidding. Yeah.
There it is. Ready?
Come on.
Yeah!
Start dancing, George.
Yeah!
George is trying to do too much. And he can't even do it. That's the
It was
sad part.
it's like Velcroed on.
Do it count?
Oh, my something stuck to the couch. You know what? I think you're pretty good at this.
Thank you, George Not Found.
All right.
All right.
That's a little taste of what's to come. When did you say it was coming out?
I'm like,
It'll come out in the summer at some point.
Yeah, at some point in the summer, guys. Stay looking alive at Glaive's social media. It's Glaive. He's awesome. He's
Thank you.
crushing it since he was 15, 3 years ago.
Yes.
And he's going to keep crushing it. And he's going to be at the top. He's going to be Drake. We're going to have Drake on the next episode talking about what it's like to be you.
Yeah, that's true. I heard that. It's a rumor.
So get ready. Glaive, do you have anything you want to promote before we...
I don't know. I'm making music. I'm going on tour. If you want a music tour, come see the thing. It's great. Awesome. All right. And then can I end it?
Yeah.
All right. Me and George are going to kiss, and then it's going to cut right before we kiss. All right. Ready?
Okay,
Are you
yeah.
ready, George?
But there's just one more thing.
Yeah,